See if we get anyone else, but let's get up there and get ready to blow up Vex.
Anchor point detected within temple interior.
Half for going one way, half for going the other.
Proceed with caution.
Caution! We don't do caution.
Hit.
Storm that temple and send those cultists screaming.
We'll do
to
Raw
the
Den
abyss.
after this. At least, you know, Raw Den doesn't have any mechanical changes. It's just everything hits harder and you can't dork it up. So maybe we should leave Raven sitting on the sidelines for that one.
Makes sense. Let's kill her up early.
I thought that was already written in the raid handbook.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Gather, servants of the void. It is
Can
time
we
to
at least
receive
agree
my
that I should not be on a team?
No.
Those who are
What is your
worthy
DPS
shall
or
be
in your number?
remade through its power.
On trash, that one piece of trash.
I think you should be on team number one.
If next year Dragonflight wish to be cast into darkness, then let us help them on their way.
Oh yay, the
I look
fun
forward to
trash.
reuniting you with your father.
For a will!
I didn't think there was such a thing.
Non-BOE dropping piece of junk trash.
To the locker with ya! Just for one! To the locker with ya! Just for one!
Some of y'all gotta get out of that.
To the locker with ya! Just for one! To the locker with ya! Just for one!
You said over Raven. It's like, yep, it is.
Won't read it. Oh my goodness.
She was DED dead. Again. Oh, we got a second version. Just want to get the trash out. I mean, not wrong, but you know. Alright, so I'm gonna drop a couple markers here. for the last phase, so basically during the fight, the area basically between these markers, I want to try and keep clear. I probably won't leave these up the whole time, but roughly this box right here I want to keep clear. And then kind of as close as we can. I know it's kind of hard, but I want to keep the boss around the star for phase 2. And then melee will stack right on her side, right up against her. So probably around X. And then ranged will be kind of back here, out of range of her little thing by the triangle. So then all we gotta do is just, if you get the debuff, you move left or right out to one of the other markers, and try and take the person with you so you don't lose haste. And if you, that's during the last phase. So basically, if you get the, let me make sure I get the right, the desolation debuff, everyone in your area, so if you're melee, everyone just needs to stack on you in melee, and then if you're ranged, all the ranged need to stack together for and then melee, you guys just need to get out of the Heart of Darkness. So it's drop off AoE damage, so the further away you are, the less damage you take. So ranged, we should be moving back a little bit as the as space allows. So we may not have a whole lot of space. That's why I'd like to keep this corridor right here clear. You can put all your, you drop your stuff outside of these things. I'd prefer this whole path right here from her all the way to the stairs clear, but it's not really a must.
That matter.
So just to recap her abilities here, phase 1, make sure we kill the ads, stay out of the breath, don't be, and then watch out for the desolate or the AoE ability that the tanks are going to do. Try not to be in front of the tank when they cast that. Phase 2, stay out of Decimation or Twilight Decimator. I will call out which where she is and where to go, or just where she's flying down. It's usually where the bulk of the group is, so she typically goes center, front, or whatever. So I'll just call those out. And then phase 3, like I said, there's Empowered Void Corruption, which is stacked debuff, and Desolation, that's the big thing. Desolation slows you and does 805,000 damage split among everyone. It also gives 30 stacks of Void split across everyone, so you have to have at least 3 people in it, otherwise you basically get one shot. And then Heart of Darkness is drop off AoE damage, so the goal is to hero as soon as she hits 40% and goes into that phase. Blow her up, get to your marks, and blow her up. So, and as far as portals go, Raven, just kind of wherever makes sense to go out from the center for people to drop stuff on. We had a really good pull there at one point, so I'm sure we can get her down to 20% last night or something. So shouldn't take too long to get her there. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Are we not laying down a cauldron?
We already did.
We did already.
They did already. If you need a flask, just ask. I used a personal because it was gone.
I'm good for 30 minutes.
Okay. All right, we'll get you one in a little bit. I already used a personal. Oh, what the hell? Alright, tank's on you. I don't need none of that cologne crap.
It works in there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Temple.
3, 2.
Looks like we've got us a freedom! Move, you blogger! Looks like we've got us a
Bear on
freedom!
comet.
This should be quite a show, blogger!
Ny'alotha. You have debuff, get out.
3, 2, 1.
Looks like we've got us a freedom! Move, you blogger! This should be quite a show, baby!
3, 2, 1.
Looks like we've got us a freedom! Move, you blogger!
Alright, that's coming out.
Looks like we've got us a freedom! Move, you blogger!
Try to stack them close to the top. Despair on timber.
3, 2,
4, 3, 2. High energy.
Looks like we've got us a freedom!
Right at about 10 seconds before the next phase.
2, 1.
Make sure you get your debuffs out, guys. You need these black circles sitting right in the middle of where we're going to be the next phase.
Fuck!
3.
This should be quite a show, baby!
Middle.
That was bad.
Sorry. Lost track over there.
This should be quite a show, baby!
Down the middle again.
Oh, whoops. I was waiting for the call out.
Sorry.
Looks like
Yeah,
this should be quite a
let's
show!
just wipe it.
Move, you blogger!
Let's try
Looks like
it.
we've got us a freedom! Move, you blogger!
How many stacks do you want to get up here?
Move, you blogger!
4, 3, 2.
3.
All who violate this temple shall perish.
Yeah, sorry. I'll try and call those out a little better.
You usually swap, so I think most of us just stepped over.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
2 times in one spot, that's new.
Well, if you, as soon as it goes away, if you move over, she usually has not committed to a place yet, so,
The bitch needs to commit faster.
There were 2 times that someone just dropped a pool right in the middle of where everyone is stacking.
Yep. That's, I'll try and call those out a little better too. No, kind of
You shouldn't
off my
have
game
to-
on that one.
You shouldn't have to call it out. They should know by now.
The runner before, they should pop a big old.
I mean,
circle.
coming from you, Raven.
I know, right?
You guys
I
heard
know
Raven.
enough to
She
get my
was
own
there.
shit out of you.
Everyone spoke to Raven.
Your stuff.
Alright, so make sure that you are taking your encroaching shadows debuff out. You have 8 seconds from the time it hits you. You need to get it outside of these markers. That way we have a clear path to move back and forth, and in the last phase. You have the debuff, take it out. And then the first set adds isn't as big a deal. After that, we want to try and stack them up on the boss to get as much cleave damage on that boss as possible.
And you can't run it too far out either, so run it all the way as you can.
Yeah, you can run it all the way to the edge.
Immediate vicinity.
Good. The sooner you place these anchors, the sooner we bring down Ny'alotha.
So, I mean, if you can get it to the edge of the room, that's great. Making sure you get it out, that in the I want to say the Sinister Soul Cleaver was or Soul Carver was definitely getting us taking a lot of damage from that.
Too bad I got the same ring.
Alright, we almost got everyone here. Apoc's on his way, and looks like Nathan's on his way too. Or Nathan's
Slowly
here.
happen.
Yeah, we know. Can we get a portal up? Yeah, I was like, what in the world? Where are you? Like, you're
Sorry,
fast.
I was distracted.
I mean, we'll get there. Just a little,
My mind is attuned to
Go ahead
Raiden
of
right
yourself
now.
there.
He's like, come, fight me.
Oh, I can't wait to fight Raiden. I want to kill him and get some loot.
It's a Raiden.
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 Mortal there's no Y in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say from Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Alright. Right here. We can go ahead and rebuff for the couple that weren't here. Angry buff.
Fuck you.
Alright, tanks on you.
Oh, that's great.
I love it.
Truth hurts.
Let me see your war face.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How dare you defile this temple?
3, 2.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader! Move, you blackguard! Looks like we've got us a freeloader! This should be quite a show, you blackguard!
Get your debuffs out.
3, 2, 1.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader! Move, you blackguard! This should be quite a show, baby!
Annihilation. Get your debuffs out.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader! Move, you blackguard!
Exit ads.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader!
Approaching shadows coming up now. Get your debuffs out. Spare on timber.
3, 2, 1.
Get your debuffs out.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader!
About 10 seconds before phase change.
3, 2.
Transition. Debuffs out. Transition.
This should be quite a show!
Center. She's going to the center. Go to front or back.
This should be quite a show!
Going to the front. Get out of the front.
This should be quite a show!
Going to the middle.
Move, you blackguard!
Out of the middle. And get your debuffs out.
Collect.
I've got it.
I shall rip
I got stuff.
myself. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Debuffs out.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader! We've got us a freeloader!
Ads are coming out.
Move, you blackguard!
Spirit shattered.
Alright. Laser beaming.
This should be quite a show! Looks like we've got us a freeload!
Adds her up.
Looks like we've got us a
Despair uncommon.
Move, you blackguard!
3, 2, 1.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader! Move, you blackguard!
I got her.
Good job getting those debuffs out. About 10 seconds till phase change.
Okay.
3, 2.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader! Move, you blackguard!
Alright, transition. Make sure you get those debuffs out.
3.
This should be quite a show!
Middle. Get out of the middle. Coming to the front. Get out of the front. Keep buffs out. Coming through the middle. Get out of the middle.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader! Move, you blackguard!
Get MV up.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader! Move, you blackguard!
I got her.
4, 3, 2,
3.
1.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader!
Adds coming up.
Move, you blackguard! Looks like we've got us a freeloader! Move, you blackguard!
Alright, we're in a transition here short. Make sure you're getting those debuffs out.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader! Move, you blackguard!
Alright, melee needs to be on X, range needs to be on moon. Melee X, range moon. Move out to the left and right if you can to drop off the debuff.
Move, you blackguard!
4, high energy. 3, 2, 1.
And we lost.
Lust. Heart of Darkness. Back a little bit.
Looks like we've got us a
Okay, second spot. Desolation's coming up. Get ready to stack back up. Desolation on Comet.
Move, you blackguard! Looks like we've got us a freeloader! Move, you blackguard!
High energy. 3, 2, 1.
Seas of action! Looks like we've got us a freeloader! Move, you blackguard!
Desolation's coming up.
3,
Looks like we've got us a freeloader!
Stack for Desolation.
Move, you blackguard! Looks like we've got us a freeloader! Move, you blackguard!
High energy.
Approaching Shadows and then Heart of Darkness. Heart of Darkness. Get away from her. Use a damage reduction.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader!
Ready to take over?
Finish her off. Get Nathan up.
I got her.
Timmer's got it.
Attack. Transition.
Desolation.
There we go. Good job.
Void corruption eradicated. Initiating anchor materialization.
Lexiona would see all dragons kneel before Ny'alotha.
One more boss down. Great job, guys.
Each anchor brings us closer to unleashing the power of the Forge against Ny'alotha.
Yeah, I hear that AP stuff's rare, where you get more of it.
I got Tex and AP, but I didn't roll bonus roll on anything, so
Oh, I bonus roll. For that sweet, sweet AP.
If Blizzard
That's
says,
on
what
there.
suggestions can we give? Make bonus rolls guaranteed loot.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
They still not get the piece you want. Even if it
Right.
was. Maybe get the other piece.
Anyone else got like a Sith from SOTOR vibe from this place? The little triangle things.
Oh yeah, definitely. And everything's like all red and dark, and you get all the hard angles.
Yeah. I keep expecting someone to whip out a lightsaber.
You know what this place is missing? A lot of filled green.
Corruption at critical levels.
You missed that from Legion? One.
Radan, it can he be? You're a servant of the Titans, of Azeroth herself.
This trash is gonna be fun though.
No, I would prefer more Nighthold-ish kind of decoration.
Yeah, Nighthold had nice. Nice whatever's. Nice aesthetic.
I just love that entire raid outside of it.
Yeah, I did too. I
Nighthold
enjoyed the
was a lot of fun.
Okay, when everybody looks like that milky color, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Nothing.
Okay.
Your cooldowns like take forever, so you're just kind of
So we essentially all turn into a red paladin.
right. Just auto attack, you know.
So basically, don't pass.
Sure.
It's also
like
a person
10.
that can dispel.
15. It's like, ugh. Like, this is what a paladin feels like.
Yeah, it's and then when you're a red paladin in that, then it's just like you're Raven, which is dead all.
And that's why I stopped playing a prop paladin. I thought this is too boring.
Those orbs. Ow.
It's pretty risky. It's right next to the trash.
Yeah.
If this is an indication of the fight, this is going to be fun.
Nah. That trash will always be. I think it will be alright. Just I already have groups set up here.
Like in them all.
Did I gotta switch one person around.
Figure with anybody else need a tomb?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Boss 2.
You said pull the boss too?
Oh, I said, is that the boss 2, but I've seen him play now.
Not dispellable by my imp.
It's a curse, not magic.
I was gonna say, I don't think your imp can decurve.
Quick, where's the Legion?
Yeah.
No, he didn't. He just does that. He walks randomly.
Yeah, just don't go near him.
Speaking of which, I'm in the yeah, I was like gonna go get him, like, second thought.
Hey, I saved us. Here comes the boss. No, you didn't.
Anybody need a tomb?
Alright,
That was morbid.
so we're gonna try and fight him fairly close to where he is. We'll bring him out a little bit. Something like that. If tanks you want to stand on the skull, that's fine. Just needs to be out a little bit. And then raid stack point is basically right on his butt, because you pretty much need to be on his butt unless you are going out to unless you're running out to grab one of the void zones, or you are going out to stack in one of the 2 spots I'm about to mark. Just a little bit. This is fairly approximate, but if everyone needs to be stacked right on the boss's butt. So in the lightning phase, group 1 is going to go square, group 2 is going to go the right. And if you have the debuff, the Vita, unstable Vita, as soon as you get that, you need to go to one of the markers. Doesn't matter, either star or square, whichever one you're closest to. And then groups 1 and 2 need to get to the markers as soon as the void orb is destroyed. Alright, so when the void orb is destroyed, groups 1 and 2 go to the markers, and you just stand there until pretty much we kill the ad and we're done bouncing the ball around. Then everyone collapses back on the triangle. Alright, so there's nothing different than what we were doing before. So phase 1, we're gonna kill, we'll go ahead and kill the void orb first. So we'll start on the right side. So we'll kill the void orb, and then as soon as the void orb is down, spread to your marks, because I want to practice that one first. And then basically everyone needs to focus on the ads that spawn and doing the small mechanic as you go. Alright, so basically if you have the debuff, once it dissipates from you and jumps to the other side, you go stand with the rest of the group on triangle. For the void empowerment, kill the ad, soak the pools. They will be the small ones with the big plume. Pretty sure you guys remember them, but once you soak it, you can't soak again for a while. So just go out, soak it, come back. Void collapse, everyone needs to soak that. So if you have void collapse, you just stack on the triangle and we will soak it. And then last phase, we'll hero basically when he goes into, I think it's 40% as well. We will hero and basically avoid the puddles. If you get charged bonds, you have to run away from each other to break it. So as soon as you see that, run away from each other. And after void eruption or charged bonds is cast, the boss or any minions will gain 10% increased damage and stacks indefinitely. So the faster you blow him up, the better.
The doctor is in.
Make sure you get your food. Raven, you ready?
1 second, I'm selecting talents. I gotta do this again. sorry about that. Thanks for waiting.
Alright, tanks on you.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Five, 4.
Move him back a little bit towards where he spawned. Void Orb, kill the Void Orb. Groups 1 and 2, go stack.
Feet on star.
Plot. Make sure you are not in between the two markers. You don't want to be line of sight, and then everyone needs to focus down the edge.
3, 2, 1.
Get that ad down. Let's kick Cordina up.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Next orb, go ahead and kill the lightning orb. Okay, orb's out, kill the lightning.
Just so you know, you can't take 2 debuffs. You only take 1. So if you already take 2 debuffs, then just come back to the line.
That.
Looks like we've got us a reload! Move, you blackguard!
Yeah. Okay, so cool.
3, 2, 1.
Looks like we've got us a reload!
I got him.
So void
Move,
black.
you blackguard!
3, 2, 1.
Next one's coming up. Lightning orb's next. Lightning orb. Groups 1 and 2, go to your spots as well.
3, 2.
Shit. Void orb.
Yeah,
It kills him.
what?
Sorry. Called out the wrong one. Sorry guys. Yeah, this would be fun.
Bring down darkness.
Looks like we've got us a reload!
No, let's just let it blow up. This we're doing alright. Blow up the ads.
Three, 2, 1.
Stop running!
No, we're gonna go ahead and wipe it. I totally screwed that up. Sorry guys. Put the bird.
At first I'm like, is this different on heroic? And then I'm like, oh, wait, no it's not.
Yeah, no it's not. Raid leader was dumbass.
No, not
Okay,
bad,
let's try that again without the oops.
Oops? What do you mean oops?
First pull of the night, what are you talking about?
I just want to say you get 1 Raven moment per night. The rest are mine.
I don't know, I
Hey,
was just kind
Timber.
of hoping somebody get that reference from Independence Day, yeah.
Set
Oh,
up
I
your
did.
statue at the backside where the range are. I have mine up by the melee. That way it should pick up any ads that are coming in, and then make sure to taunt the ads as soon as they sweep in so they don't murder people.
That's
It-
what I started watching for after that, was to taunt it.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead.
No, that's all I was gonna say.
Is there a marker where the range starts, just so I for reference?
There's just
No.
a blob of people. Just put your statue at the backside of the blob.
Okay.
Lines up by the boss, so that should give us pretty good coverage.
Let me see. So, if you take Unstable Vita, as soon as it jumps off you, you need to move to the center with the rest of the group. If it goes and it hits you a second time, it will. I'm gonna move these couple markers back just a little bit. Give us just a little more room.
Yeah, it seemed like people were shooting.
Yeah, we have to be stacked tightly on the boss's butt. So hopefully triangle, but.
So is both Group 1 and 2 go into the same spot or two different spots?
No. Group 1 is square, Group 2 is diamond. Or sorry, yellow star shapes. Group 1 square, Group 2 star. Alright? Once you get the debuff, you go to the center, and then I think the debuff lasts like a minute, 30 seconds. Yeah, debuff lasts 30 seconds, so basically you can't soak again that phase. If you take it a second time, you die.
Do you have a melee group for the soccer soaks?
There is no melee group. It is the raid.
Hey, can you do that multiple times, or like once you go in one, you can't go in?
Same thing. So you can only once every 30 seconds for all of it, for the unstable Vita and the void.
So if you are in groups 1 or 2, don't stand in the dark puddles. Except the one that the whole raid has to soak.
Yeah, once your debuff falls off, you can continue to soak, but
aren't melee smoking or soaking though?
yeah, we could just say melee can soak it, and then if we need more people, then the healers will go, whatever. But
yeah, we're gonna need more people because there's like only like 5 of us.
Yeah, I'll go with you guys for the orbs, but the faster you kill the boss or the mini ad, the less of those we have to soak. Remember, whatever way you're facing, when it hits you is where that's going to go. So we don't want it to go to where the group is standing. You want to keep it on the outsides. So, all right, Kamid, you good?
I think he DC'd, he went offline.
Alright, we'll give him a minute and then we'll get going here. So right, left, right, left. I will try and not dork that up again.
If you do, I'll correct you.
Yeah. Just first couple times we did it, we went left first, and yeah. Kelso, you're going to be with Group 2. So go to Star when the lightning orb is booked. And then when Kamid comes back on, we'll grab him again. Tank's on you.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Everyone needs to be stacked tightly on triangle.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, Void Orb. Make sure you're stacked on triangle. Unless your group's 1 or 2. Alright, get to your mark. Be on the marker, group 1 and 2. Be on the marker. Once it, okay, you get the ad down, and you guys cannot stand in between and get zapped. You gotta be on.
3, 2, 1.
Does that give an AoE? Is that why all the ranged are dying?
No, they're getting hit twice, so after you get big, they need to run it.
3, 2, 1.
Let's get Corvina.
3, 2, 1.
Just go as far as everyone needs to be stacked up.
I got this.
I'll get the next one.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader.
Oh man.
Move, you
I'm gonna get over here.
3, 2.
I got this one.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader.
I got the boss.
Move, you blackguard. Looks like we've got us a freeloader.
3, 2, 1.
I got it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader.
Got one heal left.
Blackguard.
We might have had somebody almost run away with this suck, but I could be wrong.
Resistance is useless. 3, 2, 1.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader. Move, you blackguard. Move, you blackguard.
If I can reset him. Nope, can't.
Alright, so we're gonna change this up a little bit because I think I understand what's going on with range. That makes sense. So if you are in range of that, if the lightning jumps and it hits you, so if you're just standing at the marker and the person that has it is outside of you, and it jumps across, you will get zapped and you will have a debuff. Even though you didn't have the Vita, you will get the debuff, so you can't get hit. So, basically, how we're gonna do this is, whoever gets the debuff initially is gonna go to the star. Right, and then we're just gonna have,
Alert.
you guys are gonna have to talk.
Aperture.
Well, aperture is
But it's gonna be alright. So we're going to basically group 2. We'll start with Wes will start on the marker on the right, so he'll start on the star. The left side is a square, so whoever gets the debuff initially will go to the and then Wes will go on the right to the first one, and then it'll just go down down the list. So let's see.
Can I make a suggestion? So, if you put a marker, well, 2 markers, behind Radin, one on either side, so that you have melee who get the debuff, go stand, and one of them gets a pool, and they face the other one, and that one gets
I'm not
a pool.
talking about that one, Raven.
I know you're not. I'm
not worried about that one. That one's not what's killing us.
I know what's killing us is the lightning. But if you have dedicated people taking the pools, instead of the pools landing in the triangle, so that people who are supposed to take the lightning end up with both debuffs and die, if you have melee in specific places facing each other so that the debuff never goes on the ranged, then you get rid of that one problem. the other problem with the lightning.
All right, Raven, just let me get it. I got it.
Okay.
All right. So how it's gonna work is Group 1 is Eve, Dondon, Borbor, Cordina, Storm. Group 2, Wes, Epi, Kelso, Icy, Crayola. All right. So you're gonna go in order of your group. So if you don't have your unit frame set up to sort by group, I will try and call them out. But basically, you're going to start off as whoever has the initial debuff is going to be at square. Wes is going to be at star. Once it jumps to Wes, Eve, you're going to go to square. Once it jumps off of Wes, then Epi, you're going to go to star, and it's going to jump to Eve. Once it jumps off, Dondon's going to go. So it just goes right down when it jumps off of you. The next person in your line needs to come back. So, all right. So it's just going to work. You're just taking turns based on your group. So it bounces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, left. It goes from the square to the star. The debuff.
What debuff?
The lightning Vita debuff that keeps killing people.
Yeah, it starts with 5 stacks, and you're depleting those stacks. Every time it jumps, it loses 1 stack until it reaches 0. And you need it always jumps to the furthest player. The reason that you guys are positioned in that way is so that it doesn't ever jump to the tank.
Right. So the way that we're going to do this is you're in a group. Once you go stand at the square once it has jumped off the initial person, all right, and then it will go to Wes, and then it'll jump to you, and then it'll jump from you to Epi, and once it drops off you, you go to triangle. Once it jumps off Epi, it'll go to Dondon, and then Kelso will take Epi spot. It'll jump to Kelso. And then Borbor will take Dondon's spot. So it just playing back and forth. So you just wait until it jumps off the person, and
Well, how will I know when that happens? And where do I go with it?
It's a debuff. So you'll stand on square, and the debuff will hit you. It'll be unstable Vita, right? And it lasts. It was linked in. It was linked in chat there. Unstable Vita. I think it's like every 7 seconds it jumps. So as soon as it expires, it'll jump off of you, and then you just go to triangle and you continue on until the next phase.
But when do I actually go to the square to begin with?
Okay, so you'll be the second person on the square. So as soon as the initial person that has it, as soon as it jumps off of them, which I would prefer that you guys call it out. And I don't know if you can say next or something like that, and it will help, or I'll try and call it. Might be a little rough to call that, but I'll try and do what I can. And I'll try and track it as best I can to see who's got the debuff and then who it's jumping to.
Hey, can we do a quick drive?
Yeah. Alright, so
I'm gonna go over to the square. So like pretend I am coming over here and I've gotten the debuff. So I need someone at star.
Wes. It needs to be Wes, because Wes will be the first person that goes to star.
Okay, so
if you're not Wes,
I got the debuff, and it's gonna hit the person that's furthest away, which is gonna be Wes. So boom, Wes just got the second hit.
Alright, Eve. Now Eve, you're gonna go stand at square. Alright, and then boom, it jumped to Eve. Wes, you move out. Epi, you go to triangle, or sorry, star. Alright, and then it jumps off of Eve, goes to Epi. Eve, you move out, and Dondon goes in. and then it jumps off of Epi to Dondon. Epi, you move out, and you'll go. You guys will all go to the triangle, and then Kelso will go in.
I have a question. So the initial person that gets it will be random?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, and that individual will start at square and then we start the order.
Correct.
Okay.
So Kelso.
So one quick question: Do you get the debuff when you get hit with the thing, or when it leaves?
You get the you take a dot, and then you get the debuff when it leaves. But if you're in the line between the square and the or square and star, and you get hit by the lightning, you will then get the debuff, and you cannot take. It can't jump to you. If it jumps to you, you insta die.
Right, gotcha. But the lesson here, and correct me if I'm wrong, is if you get the debuff, you're safe to go back to triangle and go do something else.
Once the unstable Vita jumps off of you, right? Or the once unstable Vita drops off of you, you'll get instability exposure. So when you get instability exposure, then you can run in to the triangle. Alright. So Kelso, it would have been your turn to go. Basically, you go after the debuff jumps off of Epi. You'll go to Star. And then Bor will go over to Square. Right, so it's just back and forth between the first two groups. We'll go ahead and try this and see how it goes. And it'll take a little bit of practice, but
how does it figure out who the first person is?
It's random.
It's random. So
Gotcha.
if you're one of the people in the rotation, there's 5 people in the rotation. That's 10 people. It only jumps like 7 times. So I'll try and make sure I call that out, and you'll skip that person. So all right, tanks on you.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Orbs coming up.
1.
Kill the void orb.
Move, you blackguard!
Alright, West, you should go to triangle. Cervantes, you need to go to square.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, Eve, you need to go to square.
We've got us a freeloader! Move, you blackguard!
Okay,
I got him.
Dondon.
Next.
1.
Kelso.
5,
3,
4,
2,
Messed up.
3, 2.
Okay, I think I know what happened. So I got the debuff, but I think we were wrong about you don't get the
Lightning. Kill the lightning. Let's get
3, 2, 1.
Alright, everyone needs to stack. Alright, let that go back. Send that towards the group. I'll get this.
I got those.
Yeah, if you see that, don't send it towards the group.
I got the boss.
And then towards the axe on me. Get this void hunter down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright. Void orb.
Move, you blackguard!
3, 2, 1.
We've got us a freeloader! Move, you blackguard!
I'll take 3. Already.
Move, you blackguard!
Alright, Eve, go with marker.
I took
Stable
it.
feet on APOC. Okay.
I got the debuff on my spot.
3.
Alright, I've got it. Next person over at square. On under board.
Can't be
Pick out the timber.
Move, you blackguard!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
3.
Orbs it back up. Shield the lightning. Okay.
3, 2.
Soak that. Don't send it to
Looks like we've got us a freeloader! Looks like we've got us a freeloader!
Can't take 2 of them, remember?
Yeah, I took those both debuffs.
We don't want that to drop in. I'll get this one. Alright, next stab. Kill the lightning. Or sorry, kill the void.
Three, two, one.
Crayola, go to square.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader!
Stable beat on.
Alright, it's on me. I'm ready to jump over to whoever's over the... Okay, next person. It's on the tank again. Just stay at the marker.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Next orb. Void orb. Or sorry, lightning orb. And I'm also scared. Okay.
2, 1.
Let's get Wes up.
No, get timber.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader!
I'll get this one.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader!
I've got him.
Get this,
Got it.
Alright, let's get this ad down. Next, need someone to soak that. The ad down. Oh. Even though we had a lot of people down, that was still a pretty good pull.
Okay, so I learned something there. You roll debuff, roll pink guy, the instability. You get that once the other debuff hits you. So once you get that debuff, you're not safe to go back into the group. You gotta wait till it leaves you.
Wait till it leaves you. Alright.
And you paid the price for that knowledge.
Yeah, I saw it jumped a couple times. So like, oops.
So what you're saying is you killed me.
Yeah, that's basically the moral of the story, yes.
It's because I won't go shadow, isn't it?
I think
No,
my first
I'm glad you're not.
unstable Vita nailed me for over 400k.
Yeah. So, I'm just gonna try and call out next. So, I mean, I can try and continue to call out the names, but it seemed like people were doing a good job of just getting out there. So, groups 1 and 2, primarily ranged, need to just move to the next one. It's pretty obvious to see there's a big, void charged person at one of the markers. Just next person in line needs to go there. But I think for the most part, we got that figured out there near the end. You just got to make sure you don't take it twice. And it looks like it should be time for another cauldron.
Now I'll get up there.
Hey, mind if I drop it?
If you want to, go for it.
Do we want to soulstone one of the healers from here on? That way we have wipe recovery.
Sure. Let's soulstone Eve.
I got her. The soulstone only lasts 10 minutes, so try to die within those.
How about we try to kill the boss before that?
Come on, be realistic.
I just realized we've been spending a lot of time running back and forth the bosses this raid.
Yeah, it's almost like we're back in Arcus.
I had wipe recovery in Argus. I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright. Epoch, Nathan.
I'm running up, by the way.
I'm still running.
Oh, man. Alright. If you guys need pots and stuff, go ahead and grab some pots. Gotta do some bank maintenance after raid, I think. Alright, do another raid check here.
I'm ready.
Okay. Alright. Let's kill this guy.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Make sure you're stacked up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
First orb's coming. Kill the void orb. Lead on Riot. Okay, jump. Next person.
we've got us a freeloader! Move, you blackguard! Looks like we've got us a freeloader!
Oh, coming on down there.
I got it.
Ow.
Yep.
We might have to stand a little further back.
Might burn me up.
Let's get it.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, just
Right? Viking orb.
Move, you blackguard!
3, 2, 1.
We've got us a freeloader!
I got you.
We've got us a freeloader! Move, you blackguard!
Head down.
3, 2, 1.
Need somebody up.
I'll get this one.
I got it.
Next one.
1.
We've got us a freeloader! Move, you blackguard! Looks like we've got us a
Next
freeloader!
right for corridor.
Move, you blackguard!
3, 2, 1.
Cordina.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader!
Next.
Move, you blackguard!
I'll take this one.
1.
It's on me. Next.
We've got us a freeloader!
Somebody else.
I've got him.
Move, you blackguard!
3, 2, 1.
It's alright. Next one on star. Okay, that should be it.
4, 3, 2,
Next orb.
1.
The lightning orb.
Move, you blackguard! Looks like we've got us a freeloader! Move, you blackguard!
Don't correct that to the
We've got us a freeloader! Move, you blackguard!
I'll get this.
Look away from the group and you're not
Got him.
I don't think we're gonna be able to have everyone soak these things because it puts a healing debuff in it. Alright, next orb. Orb. Let's get Wes up.
Nope.
Yep, as soon as we can, let's get him up.
Yes.
Charge, get away.
Move, you blackguard!
3, 2, 1.
Heals on. Quick heals on Comet. Charge bombs coming up. Charge bombs, get away.
We've got us a freeloader! Move, you blackguard!
3, 2, 1.
Some damage reductions.
3,
Alright.
2, 1.
Go, whoever's out.
Was me.
Three, two, one.
Dude, looking pretty good though. I mean, given how many people were down. Given how many people were down, they did pretty well.
Yeah, definitely.
What was there, like 6 people down going into phase 2 or something like that, I think? Or that last one?
Yeah, that was good.
Yo, white
we had
coat.
white recovery, didn't we?
We do.
We did
Yeah.
have white recovery, so everyone didn't have to run back.
And we all ran back.
Not me.
I didn't.
Alright, so during the void phase, I would like to split that up if you have the debuff. The big one, which one's it called? The void collapse. And we will basically split that back and forth because it does oh really?
What happens if we soak a little more than once? Can one of us soak more than one?
So the you can soak the void collapses, but it's as many times. The problem is that when you soak it, you gain a 50% reduced healing debuff. So
Can that debuff be removed?
no, and it's for 14 seconds. Now, if we focus the ad down and get the ad down quick, we may only need to do it once. But there have been more than one. There've been 2 or 3 that have gone out, and that's what that's kind of. So
yeah, I think the problem is a lot of people are focusing the boss and cleaving the ad, but we should be focusing the ad and cleaving it.
Yep. So let's try that first before I make it more difficult in groups and all that. When the ads are out, unless you were doing unless you're one of the people soaking or bouncing orbs, you need to be killing the ad. The ad needs to go down as soon as possible.
Come on, show me a real fight.
And with that void collapse, you can actually immune it if you're in an immunity class like Hunter or.
Yeah, so if it's on you and you can get out of the group and immune it, please do so. And call out that you're doing so.
Why did all the healers die at the very beginning?
There was a
was it just the unstable Vita that blew
yeah,
everybody up?
there was a bad jump there, and I think it jumped through the healers to the tank or someone else in the group.
Well then, let us begin.
So if you're one of the people soaking, just be on the outside of the markers, and then once you take it, you need to be right up on the boss's butt. If you're right up on the boss's butt, you won't get it. That was pretty good though for the orbs, for the most part. Just make sure that, like when I was doing it, I took one. I went outside of the marker just to make sure, and then do not be between the star and the square. Raven. No, she said she needed a second, so.
Kelso, I love your transmog. Is that the heritage armor?
Yeah.
Nice.
Sword is unique though.
The sword's Felmalorn, it's the Legion artifact.
Ooh.
These specimens are very delicate.
Transmorph from Beacon out. Alright. Raven's back. If you want to get your beacon, otherwise, let's get going. Make sure in that last phase, basically as soon as he starts doing his empowerment, we hero, and if you have charged bonds, you run up. Make sure you're right up on his belly.
4, 3, 2, 1.
First orb, kill the void orb.
1.
Okay, APOC, West. Make sure you guys are, everyone else is stacked up. Okay, next. Everyone needs to swap those ads. Alright, jumped off of Eve, next.
I've got him.
Again, that went right through your guild or the group, and I don't know why.
There was
Nobody was at circle at the time.
Alright, it's on me. Oh, let's get Wes up.
5,
The ad down.
4, 3, 2,
Ad's down.
1.
Once the ad's down, it stops jumping. Lightning orb. Let's get Wes up.
3, 2, 1.
Somebody res west.
Next, get that orb. Everyone needs to focus on the void ad.
Got him.
Get that ad down.
3, 2, 1.
Next one's up. Kill the void orb.
3, 2, 1.
Willow. Okay, next person at Star. On Comet. Timber's down.
Let's say we'll beat
Heal
him.
on Comet. Nope. Alright, let's wipe it.
2,
Do we have a soul stone to throw on West?
2 minutes on any sort of red. Unless we have the totem.
Shadow meld somebody.
Ah, they closed the door.
So,
And I agree with Kat.
I get it.
We just need to spread the base out so that the tank is not the furthest. I think we need to squash the triangle down and spread
Yep,
the base.
that's exactly what I was thinking here. I had it good at one point, but then I think we moved the boss to a better position, but I'm gonna move the markers in. It should be right about, everyone needs to be stacked up right on the boss's butt, and then we should be good after that.
If you have the triangle there, then every person standing on the triangle is going to get struck by lightning as the lightning
No,
goes
they're
through
not.
them.
DJ Erasmus, bro.
Not if everyone's standing on the triangle, as long as the distance between the two people in the back, the base, is larger than the distance between the markers in the back and where the tanks are, which is the problem.
That's not what I'm saying. When the lightning goes through the group to the opposite person that is furthest away.
Okay, I go. I'm gonna move the other marker too.
Okay.
When that Vita jumped on you, unless you moved and I didn't see it, I don't understand why it would have jumped to me after that.
You got hit by it. It didn't hit you. It didn't jump to you. It hit you. So like it jumps between me and the person who's furthest. So I made sure to line up so that it would kill you and a couple other healers. And
right.
I think I got as many as I could.
Oh, I was just curious. I thought, because that makes me sit there and wonder, did I do something wrong, or I don't know.
Whenever it jumps to the tank, it's kind of like a game. Like, how many people in the raid can I murder?
Right. It's like the arcing Azerite is what it is.
That's exactly what it is. It's so much better.
It's the same mechanic, except it puts a debuff on you, and if you already had the debuff, you die the next time you get zapped.
Okay, okay. Well, that makes me feel better. It's like, as long as I know it wasn't something I screwed up, I'm good.
No, if someone sent lightning through the group, then everybody who was in between the two people got the debuff. So if it goes through the group twice, it wipes the raid, because then everyone has the debuff twice and everybody's dead.
Alright, so we will try that. The goal is basically, if you're at star or square, you want to be as close as you can to whoever's the furthest back in that group, so that it will jump across to the other person but not hit anyone. So you go stand over on the mark and you look across to the square, and if you need to move to the right to get it a little closer, that way you don't hit the tanks, then do it.
I'm ready now. I had fallen in lava.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Everyone needs to be stacked up on triangle. Okay. For the void orb. Okay, Envy and West. Everyone else needs to be right up. Okay. Eve. Okay, Epi.
3, 2, 1.
Dondon. Everyone else needs to be getting out. Kelso. Never mind, that should be it. Alright, everyone needs to stack. Get ready to get the next orb. Get the lightning orb. Good job, we'll just do it like that again. Make sure you focus down the ad. I'll get this one.
3, 2, 1.
sure we're focusing down that ad.
You can immune that Calcet if you ever want to.
Alright, everyone stack up.
I've got him.
3, 2, 1.
Kill Void Orb.
Three.
And then once it's down, everyone needs to stack up. Okay, APOC left. Okay, Eve. Happy. Dondon.
3, 2, 1.
Kelso. Alright, you guys can all stack back up. Ready for the next storm. Kill the storm.
Got him.
I'll get this one.
3, 2, 1.
Got it.
Sure you kill the ad. Focus the ad down.
I got it.
3, 2, 1.
Phase transitions.
Shoot its way out there.
Someone's got to get out there. Defensives.
Good job.
Nice job.
3,
Okay, transitioning. Hero. You guys can spread out a little bit now. We're gonna have to all be stacked up.
3, 2, 1.
Got him.
Okay, get away if you have charged bonds.
3, 2, 1.
Avoid circles. Charge bonds.
Ow. The real damage.
Timber up.
Save your defenses.
I got him.
Void eruption's coming up.
3, 2, 1.
This is where we want to let the tanks get down to like 50%.
I've got him.
3, 2, 1.
Good stuff.
Die, trucker, die. Woohoo!
Good job.
Great job, guys. Ooh, look at those trinkets.
Check out that artifact card.
Congrats on those shards, man. I need 25 more of those interest.
Ooh. Verse Mastery Staff. Don't know how I feel about that. For the bonus roll too.
So, puppy?
Puppy. Anchor and down to puppy.
You don't want that staff?
I can't trade. Bonus roll.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Verse isn't bad, but It's verse mastery, and I'm trying to get crit.
Trash is gonna suck.
We're all gonna jump off here and go straight to Oganon. Everyone just needs to land in the middle of the hole, and we'll be fine.
let's just all jump down and oh, never mind.
Just dismount and jump right up the side. You won't pull any trash, and you'll land right in the middle, and we'll be ready to go kill Oganon.
Okay, let's go get him.
I got into the puppy room.
Everyone else
Do we at
can
least
die,
get like a football?
and we'll just res you once you land on.
Alright, cool. I'm jumping. Bye.
This should be quite a show, mateys.
Oh, what the hell? Who did that?
Did someone put water walking on? Turn
Nuts.
off water walking, A-Bot.
Someone bumped me. Like when I was flying down, I got bumped.
Oh, but it does like
We're not gonna go. We're not gonna do ill.
Oh, sad day.
Alright. I mean,
They
whatever.
changed.
I don't
We
care.
were too toxic.
We can do dog. So we should probably just get up there and do dog.
Well, I don't know what's faster, the bottom up or the top down.
This should be
Top
quite
down.
a show,
I'm just gonna run. And if you guys, I'll die.
This should be quite a
I'm
show.
just saying, if we ever want to skip to Oganoth, that's the way to do it.
Alright, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run and feign death.
This
Right next
should
to
be
the dog.
quite a show,
If I make it. Nope, I didn't make it.
What gets us to Carapace faster?
Once we have the skip, we can just jump straight to Carapace and the Zon.
This should be quite a show, mateys.
I want my dagger.
Alright, let's get up top and just get down to him. It's a little trash, but we've got plenty of time.
We don't even unlock the quest until what, like Carapace?
Yeah, Carapace is where you unlock it.
That's kind of brutal.
We are 8 of 12.
Yeah, Grace on the raiding kill, guys. That's awesome.
I cannot share it, sorry. But if I complete it, I can share it back.
Grabbing the blood guy.
Probably get the shields.
This should be quite a show, mateys.
Dodge the foul.
Watch out for the eye. Gonna spawn it.
This should be quite a show, mateys. This should be quite a show, mateys. This should be quite a show, mateys.
Goodness. I'm getting the hell out of here. Good luck, guys. Bet I can make it to the zone line.
Yeah, the tentacles. Just make sure to call it out so it doesn't wipe the raid.
Oh, I have aggro on the big guy. Alright, well, we'll see how that works.
Alright, so while we're making it down, we'll only get a couple pulls on the boss.
Get down. Go, go, go.
He's actually not too bad.
This should be
Stage 1 can be a little frustrating because he's shooting stuff like that right there all over the place, and you have to dodge. So you just make sure to dodge stuff on the ground for phase 1. You shouldn't have too many problems.
This should be quite a show, mateys.
there's an ad that spawns. It's living miasma. I'm gonna throw down a marker when we get down there where I want you guys to run if you have it. It's drop-off damage, so if you have it, you want to get it as far away from the group as possible.
This should be quite a show, matey!
And that ad pretty much stays throughout the whole.
What? I just got knocked off.
This should be quite a show!
Oh, I'm the tank.
Tank dead.
Yep, I was dead too. Alright, so stage 1, Umbral Breath. It's a frontal cone. You gotta stay out of that. And it's
This should be quite a show!
it will fear you if you're hit, so don't be in front of it when it goes off. And it is random, so you just gotta be fairly close when it happens. And, hope you're able to dodge it. Later on, you won't be able. It's 66%. He goes to Void Tinged, which is the second phase. He does Entropic Breath. It's another thing that frontal cone that you gotta try and dodge. If you don't, it reduces your healing by 50% for 6 seconds. Avoid as best you can. It speeds up how often he does it and how quickly he does it throughout the fight. So it can get a little hairy the longer the fight goes on. And Entropic Buildup is a there's 2 orbs that'll spawn throughout the room that have to be soaked. Only take, about 3 stacks of it, unless you have a good damage reduction that you can use to combat it. And then once those are soaked, they go away and you can go back to killing the boss. But those take precedence over the DPS at that point, because if they blow up, you do a shit ton of damage. Stage 3, with 33%, that's when he's hero. He does Bubbling Breath, which is a frontal cone you gotta watch out for, and Bubbling Overflow, which are basically poison pools. At this point, there will be a poison puddle in the middle of the room that will grow every time he does his Bubbling Overflow. So you want to stay out of those puddles, and tanks, you just want to kite the boss around the room for the whole thing. As soon as he does his Bubbling Overflow, you just move him. That way the raid has more room to work with.
The final phase?
Yep, the final phase, you just kite him around the edge of the room. Because he drops a bunch of puddles, and it's kind of hard for melee if you have too many of those puddles up. It gets a little hard to... it's a little difficult to, find a place behind him. So.
This should be quite a show, matey!
Really, that's about it for the fight. I'll do a quick once over now that everyone sees the room he's in.
Phase 1 is just basically dodging the stuff moving.
Right. So the more spread out you are, the better for phase 1, because if you're stacked, they drop on random people. So it's kind of like this, where you could run out of the one that's going at your feet and end up getting smacked in the face by the one that the person that was standing right there went to. So try to stay spread, but you also want to be close enough to the boss that you don't get hit by that frontal cone. So general, stack near the boss, move out when you're targeted with a blood. If you're targeted with the blood, you're going to move basically right to where we are, or as far away from the group as possible. We're going to try and do it at X, but if you know, the boss gets moved around to random places. You want to go as far away from the raid as you can, and then use a damage reduction right before it hits you. It does drop off damage, so if you're ranged and you see a person coming, get away from it. So phase 1, avoid puddles, avoid breath. Phase 2, soak the orbs, avoid the frontal breath. Phase 3, move to the edges of the room, avoid the toxic waste, avoid the frontal cone, and just kite him around the edge and kill him as quickly as possible. That at 33%, actually 35%, we will hero get through that last couple percentage points quickly.
Trace, it's an important part of any final boss dungeon that we first kill the villain's dog and then kill them.
Exactly.
Except for Ny'alotha, then it was Kitty.
But in John Wick's, we're gonna kill this dog. We're all gonna be dead.
Alright.
And we're gonna take whatever debuff he throws out when we got him, right?
5,
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Just like we've done before right there.
Yeah.
Corruption.
3, 2,
Gotta get out of that. It will one shot him.
Got him.
Corruption. Speeds up as you go, so just make sure you dodge it. Breath, dodge it. Corruption.
3,
Corruption's coming up.
1.
Dodge it.
Got him.
Looks like we've got us a free
Corruption.
Move, you blogger!
Breath.
This should be quite a show, matey!
Corruption. You have the ad. Get away from the group.
Tom, you want to throw a mark down with the end? Nowhere to go with it.
I did.
2, 1.
This should be quite a
Dodge
show!
the breath. Run away with the ad. Should be run into the X or away from the group.
This should be quite a show, matey!
Okay, 66%. Don't have, you guys can stack up or whatever. Just alright, orbs are out. Get all those orbs and the ad. After you go the other way, go to the go towards the X or away from the group.
Got him.
To the locker with you! Just for one.
Tropic build-up's coming up.
Got him.
Looks like we got the orbs.
3, 2, 1.
Solar breath's coming up. Adds up. Kelso.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader! To the locker with you!
And I got hit with both.
Big heals on Tinder. Slurry breath coming up.
High energy. 3, 2, 1.
Got him.
Ad on West.
Looks like we've got us a freeloader!
Call back in.
Move, you blogger!
I got him.
Go ahead, hero. Hero now.
2, 1.
You ready to kite?
He's going to transition here. Everyone needs to be out of the middle and on the edges. Try to stay somewhat close to him though. See what's on the ground.
Got him.
Gonna keep moving him a little bit here.
This should be quite a
Dodge
show.
breath. Use your pods if you haven't already and blow them up.
This should be quite a show.
Breath.
Got him.
Let's get a Crayola.
Looks like we've got us a free load. Boom! This should be quite a show.
Breath. Push him off. Add. You need to get it away.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Got it.
Looks like we've got us a free load.
Beautiful, eh?
Boom, you
Good job. Great job, guys.
So we're gonna extend, I assume.
We'll put that up for another vote.
No extensions.
Oh, it's nice, but why does it say it's an upgrade? Oh, I know why.
I got a pretty sweet upgrade, I don't mind saying.
We calling it here?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and call it. And trash and everything, I think we wouldn't get too much of a pull in on
Pull in
Dress.
on Il'gynoth. Let's do it.
Yeah, that will be. And next week we can come down here and get Il'gynoth and Dressgath. So
Timber with an 82.
So what are we
job
not?
this week, guys?
9 out of something or other?
Look at that roll.
No.
Oh.
This one was already. This one was already.
I defer to whoever had the next highest roll. I don't need it. I mean, I do, but I'm not gonna take it.
I think those are.
We have
Those group in the belt.
4 bosses left, so we're 8.
Timber with an 82, is that the highest?
All
right.
The
Yeah.
next highest.
Great job this week, guys. It was a.
What was that comment?
Yeah, that was the next highest.
Cool.
Blogs are up.
Thank you, sir.
John, thanks for running.
And I think the next week it'll definitely be faster on a couple of those, like Raiden, and Raiden will probably be faster. We had a.
I think we're just learning that fight, or executing it.
And that's the fun, honestly, learning it and getting better with each iteration.
Yep, it's good. Thanks for coming. It's I'll put up another